It's a sword cane,
Ooh.
specific because I guess bloodborne or just
I mean, I
that's
was
what they want to do.
expecting like an exotic weapon, like a katana or something, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You had not seen this before as far as unwielded, but you had seen him walk around with a cane,
Mm.
and specifically, like you could see it's unsheathed or un uncaned, and he's sharpening it with a whetstone, and you can hear the familiar shing, shing noise as he makes his movements along the blade. Um, he stops after a time as you approach, obviously sensing your presence.
I like
Um,
sniff the air and say, I love the smell of a whetstone in the morning. It's
Hate the
uh,
smell of wet tiger though.
yeah.
Bear.
yeah.
That he had.
Um, yeah, and he gives you all a look from many feet away. Let's say 20 something feet as you're
Does
all
Lucian
approaching.
still think it's a bear or
I'm
I was trying to
unsure.
remember. I was trying
I'm
to
unsure
remember.
if he still thinks that or not, but
Whichever thing it was, or whatever it wasn't, I'm pretty sure he would still think it is.
Mm.
It wasn't.
yes, he originally definitely did think it was a bear because he did a really bad check.
Oh yeah, so he still
Um,
does. He still thinks it's a bear. He's like, yeah, I hate the
Yeah.
smell of wet bear in the morning.
And he's never actually seen it, um, like out in the open.
Oh yeah, he still believes
Um,
it. Very much so.
Yeah, at least not yet. We shall see when that happens. Think on that for a moment. But yeah, he acknowledges your presence and looks up, and he kind of forces a smile at one's joke. And
yeah,
the
it was
rest
a
of you.
joke, sure.
And he's got a plate of food beside him. Let's just say typical camping food, so beans and meat and an egg of some nondescript kind.
Jerky.
Um, and he looks at you all and he says, if you're here, I imagine that um, you're ready, or you're going to be heading out soon."
As ready as we're going to be, yes.
That's right.
You're
Ready
probably
to
gonna die
join the...
last.
Oh, sorry. I was going to jokingly say, that's right, we're ready to join the circus, but yeah, you kind of...
He his smile widens, becomes a bit more genuine, and listening to your confidence and generally sensing a change from when you guys first arrived in Valaki and he like met you all, and how you've grown. He looks more confident and impressed than he ever has. I mean, it's nothing terribly dramatic or anything, but compared to his normal cold and kind of distant demeanor, he seems a bit more relaxed and peaceful at the moment. But then when you guys say this and confirm his assumption, he takes the sheath, the sword cane, the rest of the cane, I guess, and puts the weapon back together, sheaths it, and then he uses the cane itself after giving it like a turn, like a little, maybe let's say a couple degree turn, like 20, 30 degrees, to like lock it in place. He stands up with the aid of that device and heads toward his wagon and starts rummaging through some things at the back. And says out loud, like talking loudly in case you guys don't like follow him very closely. He just talks. He speaks all the same so that you may all hear him. And says, "We can head out together shortly. I will get myself prepared. I am mostly ready to go already because I have heard of your recent exploits, and figured the time was approaching. Hell, I could practically feel it in my bones. And he says that, and he kind of
That's some good
clenches his
movement.
fist around his cane, and like knuckles whiten, and you can kind of, if anybody like could see him, you could see him kind of lift his leg slightly, the one that's on the side of the cane. Like he lifts his foot and kind of kicks his leg very slowly, as in like trying to work out a cramp or something.
Mm.
When he says this to you all, but then he says, "Just give me a few minutes, and I will get everything in
minutes.
motion along with you."
All right.
So we've got a bunch of peasants and a cripple.
Oh, and
It's yeah. I mean, you're right. It's not exactly an assault force, you know.
so Michael
yeah.
said that
Lucian
in.
asked him.
Oh,
I
go
was
on.
gonna say, Lucian asked him, "Where's Esmeralda, your protege?"
Are you talking about Phoebe?
No, he's talking about Esmeralda. He's right. You're right about who you're speaking about, name-wise. I'm just trying to think about their relationship very specifically. When you bring up her name, you... no, I'm not going to say that. You can do an insight check, actually. Only Lucian, because he said this. Never mind. No, you don't. Never mind. You don't understand.
Yep.
But you bring up the name, and he hesitates for a moment to answer you as he's like, say, he's pulling something out of a chest on the back of the wagon, and then before putting it in his belt, on his belt, like fitting it to himself, and says, she's likely off doing whatever she's doing. She is a very independent woman. He kind of forces out that phrase. Hard to pin down. I am confident she will be there when we need her. However, I don't. She's one of the few other people I respect in this country, aside from you all. And he strains himself. He looks like he is straining himself to say as much. He's not really the complimentary kind of guy.
I was gonna say, he doesn't sound like he's the biggest fan of hers, but that makes sense.
Yeah, your expression of him is uncertain because of the back roll. But yeah, he just gave a neutral stance on her. Yes, he just says that she will make her presence known soon enough.
Okay.
Let me. Is that pretty much all that is going to be done in Volaki? I think.
I mean, before the scene ends, I was going to say something about Michael's comment, but go on.
Oh no, go right ahead.
So when Michael said about the cripple comment he gave, I had something absolutely perfect to say. I'm sorry, I've completely.
Far with a witty remark.
It would have been good if I remembered, but continue. By the way, sorry.
Oh damn.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, it is somewhat concerning.
Oh,
though.
that I kind of remember now. But continue, Darius.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, he does have a point. Back home we didn't call it a charge until we had like 50 screamers in it.
Mm.
It's not an assault force. This is
Okay. So about the
meat
about
shields sounds so pedestrian.
Wait, 50 screamers?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
because they're orcs. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, about the cripple comment,
Uh,
I turned back and forth and I said, "Oh, you haven't met Michael. He's the optimistic of our party."
Yes. He kind of smiles in response to that comment and says, as he's kind of like stepping out from behind the wagon toward you all, having now gotten himself prepared, heading toward the front of the wagon. Let's say that the wagon's already fitted to the cage behind it, that houses the saber-toothed tiger.
Mm-hmm.
That Lucy doesn't know about. He goes to the front of it and he says, as he's like walking past you all, he kind of has a smile on his face, similar to the one before, and says, "I like him." And this continues on his way and gets up into the wagon, and that's all he says. He doesn't say anything else. And he grabs the reins.
Yeah, I guess you grumpy old guys stick together, right?
Zing.
I'm not old.
Well, you're
Yeah,
certainly
I
not
think
19. Haha.
Yeah. He kind of gives you a look of all, as if he's ready. He's got the reins in his hands, and he is all equipped with all the respective gear he requires.
Sure,
And he
sure.
says, I'll follow behind your wagon, and we can head out whenever you're ready.
Okay,
Oh.
sounds good.
On what?
Do we want to make some ladders, possibly a ram?
We could use your head as a
have
ram.
Yeah, you
Okay,
are
listen.
unsure about.
I know for sure we had 4 cards in our holster.
I actually have a portable ram.
I actually
I don't know if we
suggested
can
ladders
carry
last
that.
time, and you criticised me.
Well, because if I remember correctly, there's like a gate and then a tiny little bridge.
Yeah, there's a drawbridge, and it's essentially this is like a sectioned off castle. It's actually very well defended because it's kind of like cliff face all around the walls, and all that. The only way you can get across it is the drawbridge. So, laying siege of this thing would be, easy in the sense that no one would be able to use the drawbridge, but getting across without the drawbridge is difficult. A typical ladder would be nowhere near.
have fly.
I think you're the only one that does. Obviously, and
I'm
Cole can fly.
thinking
Different means.
logistics wise, just upcast it.
Oh yeah. No, we'll go to the
my-
gatehouse.
Or if that's even sensible.
I mean,
Yeah, we can fly to the gatehouse, lower the drawbridge, let the peasant folk run in.
I don't know if you allowed this
Yeah.
last time, but I could cast Featherfall on everyone, and then Darius can just lift everyone over with his fly. I mean,
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things you could do. I'm not at all uncertain your guys' ability to get into the castle. This is again all assuming that the drawbridge won't be down. You don't know what's going to happen.
Alright, yeah, we'll basically have to approach the castle and we can't really
Recon.
plan our mode of attack beforehand, right?
Yeah. You won't know. You can't really plan out anything too specific without getting there. you have a rudimentary sketch of the exterior, and you kind of saw it as you were
Yeah,
heading out from Barovia Village, and it's in your
it's like a
memory.
landmark, right?
Yeah. It's something that you know of like there's the cliff faces and everything. There's that there's no other way into the castle, conventionally, non-magically, other than the drawbridge. Or incredibly crazy cliff facing, like cliff climbing. But that is not the strategy.
not to mention, if he didn't want us inside, I'm sure he has means to counter fly and whatnot. It's like,
That's, you're
Yeah.
probably
You could always
right.
dimension door us like directly above the castle, and then as we fall to our deaths, you featherfall us.
it is a possibility.
Kind
Yeah.
of shock and drop.
I mean, there's one flaw with that plan.
What if he counter spells the Featherfall?
Yeah, what if I can't cast a magic? Oh, yeah, you can cast a magic though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's the thing.
Yeah, you guys have Dimension Door and you do a Featherfall. You have that combination available,
Yeah,
but
but-
it
I mean,
is
you're
not ruled
right.
out
He-
entirely
he's
that
like a-
Featherfall.
He's like a pretty powerful magic user, I'm sure there's abjurations and stuff.
Nah, I'm sure it's fine. Lucian's just like, nah, it's fine. We'll be good.
Just fly on out over the end of the chasm.
I mean, we could always walk up and pretend we're delivering some flowers.
Uh,
Yeah,
That'd be a
sure.
hit,
You
man.
just use that Yada. Maybe that'll help.
Mm.
yeah.
Let's
Maybe-
go
maybe
and
he's
check
really
out this
bad.
drawbridge situation first.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
go to the thing.
Okay, so make sure we got music going. We do got music going.
And we
I'm
pick
reading
up
on
the
that.
bumbling guy. too.
Yeah, aren't we meeting the rest of our allies? What the
Right.
hell?
The only other ally that there's missing is Periwinkle, and
Yeah, that
that's
guy.
not too hard. He was waiting for you in the inn, waiting for you guys to go. He's been being well taken care of at the inn by
Yeah.
the innkeeper.
I recall
Okay,
he
sure.
showed
Yeah,
up.
reburning him. Oh, good friend.
The Mardikovs said that they will help you in their own way. You could, if you wanted to, head out that direction. If you wanted. I mean, if you wanted to go down over to as far as
Yeah,
helping.
I think should be good.
And Esmeralda is not in the town, as per Rictavio, and you guys not running into her.
Yeah, sure, we'll be fine.
Okay.
Alright, so, just, we're going to be heading out toward Ravenloft now. We're heading in that direction.
Okay.
Oh!
Random
Thank you.
encounters,
That's-
here we
yeah.
come.
There
actually hasn't been all that many random encounters in this
Is,
campaign.
no, we haven't had a lot of this campaign, and I have been rolling them. Sometimes I said just no, and sometimes I forced them, but
Mm.
no, there are not been too many. But that will be different in Ravenloft. I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Ravenloft is going to be a lot of planning. But anyway, the song that comes to my mind, I don't have it. I should have gotten it. That could really be funny. But I think Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
And the song when they're on the horses.
Yeah,
Yeah, that song. That is what starts playing as you guys start hanging out. Yeah, it's perfect. It's very well fitting for the situation. But okay, so you guys are heading in that way.
Yeah.
I'll put you right there. So you get to this gate. Let me bring that up again. It's still open, but I just want to check something.
Does anyone else want to check the gate for magical stuff?
Yes, please.
Ashton says, "You guys
We're
are the
not in
magic
any
ones."
rush, right? Let's take 10. please.
Or we could, like, walk around it. It's just a hill. I mean,
Fine, you know what? I cast Detect Magic. Is
There.
any magical stuff on it? You're
Yeah,
right.
You
we
may,
don't
you may
need
do
10
whatever
minutes.
you want in terms of doing that. Yes. I'm gonna reread the gate. I mean, I've read it many lifetimes ago at this point, but I'm gonna reread it just because I can.
Yes, please.
The fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence.
okay, if there were armed statues, yeah, we're definitely going to attack those.
Yeah, is there any, like, I don't know, is there any magic on? I don't trust the furniture in this place.
You don't trust the furniture in this place. You could animate it.
You cast detect magic. You guys are all moving together like kind of a little convoy with the two separate wagons and then the little cage being dragged behind the second wagon. You got all your people in it. So you're moving kind of slowly. You're not moving at like full on like big pace.
Yeah.
But we-
And you come up to the gate, and as you approach, Darius gets the idea. It's like, it's been a while. I'm gonna cast detect magic and see what's
Mhm.
going on. And as you approach it, you have to be within 30 feet of it. But all of a sudden you do, and when you do, you don't detect anything. Just
Oh.
make it simple. You don't detect any magic of any kind.
Yeah. Cool. Just lean back. Let's walk on.
I mean, I still want to attack those statues
Oh yeah, if you
Why do you
want
wanna
to do
attack
so, you may do so.
because I'm incredibly paranoid.
That is totally in character for one to do that. She's done it a lot before.
However, I don't have a lot
Corpses
of
and-
blunt instruments, which I think would work on statues better. Did someone
Yes,
bring a
you will
battering
not.
ram, you said?
I did. But I will
Yeah.
not let you use it to hit a statue. He says this is for doors only, and maybe people, but not statues.
It's very specialized equipment.
Yeah.
Very good.
By the way, I think I did actually forget to do something to pick up that custom sword from that blacksmith.
No, you
You
got
did
it.
that.
You
Did
got
I?
that. You got that.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
Okay.
add it to your inventory. I know you do. Yeah, you got it. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't you have a
I
crowbar,
remember
though?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a crowbar. You want to fuck with these statues with a crowbar, you can go right ahead.
I say, yeah, I do. Oh, well remembered. I crack out my crowbar and start to try to rip off their heads, basically. Get leverage.
Yeah, these. And one of them already lacks a head. The other one is in a equally bad state of disrepair, but missing different parts, of course.
Hmm.
And when you touch your crowbar to it, it's obviously solid at first, in spite of its bad condition. Eventually, though, you find enough purchase to get enough leverage to, let's say, eventually crack off like the hand. Actually, you wouldn't be able to get too tall of it. Let's say the like it has these sort of boots.
I
and
mean, I
you get
was
enough purchase
aiming
that-
for the head, but okay.
That's how you climbed up it. Okay, yeah. You go up the one that has the head still, and you go for the head, and you're not really able to get anything too good around the neck area, but like there's a chunk missing from the nose, and you kind of put it there, and you try to like push it, like shove it, because there's some cracks already throughout the whole statue.
Sure.
And eventually, all that happens is that the crowbar kind of breaks off a big chunk of the face, like the front of the face of the statue, and it kind of falls down past you near one of your comrades.
Mm.
Not close enough
So-
call that they would.
Sorry, Darius.
Yeah. Big crash as like this, let's say, 50, 60, no more than that, like 100 pounds of stone and various chunks falls down, clatters on the ground. So you face the statue quite literally.
Okay.
But
No
He
worries.
says, if you guys are done playing with the statue, we should go fight the real thing now.
Look, if these things come to
Yep.
life,
Yeah, quit
and we
playing with
have
yourself.
seen this happen before, don't blame me.
yeah. So you guys, let's say as you're all getting back together in the wagon and gathering yourself, let's get perception checks. It would only matter from which people. Cole, you can do this because you have amazing perception. I believe. And
I've
I wanna
got a plus
say
4.
Michael. So Michael and Cole, perception checks. I'm only allowing the people with the highest amount of it to do it. Okay. That's excellent. That is already enough. If you want to do this, you can. You can, Michael, if you want. If you want to also see this, but
Am I getting that
Cole
20?
definitely does.
You know?
Who
Yeah,
sees
you
it better?
see- yeah, we'll see. If Michael even wants to bother rolling. There is smoke coming up over the horizon in the direction of Barovia Village.
Hmm.
Like, essentially going this direction that you guys have been going. This is going up a steep hill, and right around here is the peak of that hill. And through here is a valley that goes to Ravenloft. But all the same, you see over this horizon, you see smoke. Let me do something with that. All right. So, let's say the party advances a little bit. Cole, you want to mention this to your group, I imagine? that you see the smoke?
Yeah. Yeah. Once I see it, I would point it out, and maybe because I'm trained in survival, I'd be able to tell what is burning based on the color of the
Okay.
smoke. Maybe like if it's like wood or if it's like a forest or
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
actually a good idea. Do a survival check. That is a great
Okay.
idea.
Lots and lots
Is
of
this the
bodies.
village?
Wow, good roll. No, this is the fire. Damn it! It's from the Sarah Pool. As you're coming around and coming up let's say you get to this crossroads here, you see smoke coming from there, and you point it out, and you probably slow down, maybe even stop for a time. Cole, with that 26, you notice that that's like burning, like a mixture of things. It's man-made material. This isn't consistent with like a wildfire. It's also in a single, like, tighter pillar, so it's a more localized fire. And with your guys' recollection of geography, this is coming from the Sarah Pool camp on the Vistani War, where you met Madame Ava and got your fortune read and all that. That is what is on fire, or at least got the direction of the fire, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So then, you guys probably will then want to go that direction rather than Ravenloft. I'm not sure. I mean,
I was
Still
gonna
like
say,
a
the
hype.
main-
You mentioned there was like a peak. This area.
yeah. If you come around right
Somebody
here,
can take a better look. Maybe.
yeah, you come right here. I'll put you right there. You take a right, just investigate, and you come here. The other wagon.
Do we have something like a spyglass between us?
Yes, I
have a
remember.
sniper
You
rifle.
have the sniper rifle, which you can use that. But the other wagon stays back at the gate, back here. JVO just wants to wait. He acknowledges the smoke, but all of a sudden he's like, "I'll wait here." For
The NPCs can stay going to Ravenloft while the main party checks it out.
they are in your wagon, just so you are aware.
Oh.
The three of them. Actually, no. Let's say they were walking alongside you guys. I don't want to put them in anything. Or they came on their own. Like, let's just say they came on their own horses. That makes the easiest amount of for me is putting them on their own respective horses, and they're back with Rictavio at the crossroads.
They got their coconuts. They're good.
Yes. But yeah, you guys come to this over the horizon, like the precipice, I guess, and you are able to then see back down into the valley of over the Iblis River, and you see that the Sarah Pool camp is ablaze. There's a large fire coming from that direction. Yeah. Do you want to go and investigate it further?
I mean,
How
it
far
looks
is it
like it's
away,
already-
roughly?
On the road, it would be about 2.5 miles ish.
I
mean,
say
it's
that's
already on fire.
yeah. I
There's
say
not
well,
much we
this
can do
is. Oh, sorry. Keep going. There's nothing we
No,
can do.
Go for it.
I say, well, that's awfully convenient timing, I must say. As soon as we're about to invade the castle, people we know are set ablaze.
Yeah, it is convenient. Yeah,
We-
but I do need to know if you want to go that direction.
Do we have a contact there at the camp?
Madame Eva, there was not specifically to you guys, but there was a contact to the Were-Ravens at the pool, at the camp. But it wasn't your contact. The only person you really know there well would be, by comparison, is Madame Eva.
I say,
I'm not sure about this, guys. Yeah.
I tell you what, why don't we send one of our caravan guards or something to go check it out? Not to engage them, but to just assess the situation and come back to us.
Seems like a waste if it's already on fire, though.
But there could be survivors, or they could be.
Yeah, is there any way we can, vis-a-vis magic or something?
I
check it closer
I
look?
am not wasting my transportation spell on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not transportation, but divinations, or I don't know. I'm not an expert in that field, but what about you folks?
Yeah, any way to like survey it remotely? Yeah, like any clairvoyance spells.
Well,
or
we
something?
got the were birds, don't we? The were ravens.
Oh yeah,
They're not.
yeah.
They're not here right now. But
Generally sources.
you can do a perception check if you want to see if they're like nearby or whatever.
Well, let's see what you can see for your spyglass, for your sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Get to
too.
the top of that.
Do a perception check, Lucian. Yeah. Yep. A magnification in this era would not be too crazy. We're talking like 2 times,
Ooh.
not like maybe 3 times, like no more than that. But you rolled really well. You didn't have advantage on it, and you're doing a specific check at a specific distance. But 21 gets you. You see that all the tents and various buildings are on fire, so it seems probably purposeful. It's not like an accident, because it would be
Do I
more one direction. You don't
Do I
see.
see bodies?
Yeah, you see black dots, dark figures on the ground, and nobody's moving. You don't see any movement at the camp at all.
I tell everyone, I don't think there are any survivors.
I'm sorry, I was AFK for a second when dogs were complaining about water.
Yes, dogs can be quite temperamental. No worries. You guys, I'm not sure how AK you were, but you saw a fire down at the Sarah pool as you guys were heading toward Castle Ravenloft.
Oh, fun.
And Lucian pulling out his scoped
Sniper
musket. Yeah, sniper musket. Did a check and was able to see that it's looks like a deliberate fire, and that there are many bodies strewn about the place, as best you can see.
Lucian's of the opinion that it's a waste of time going there to check it out, but you guys want.
Do you want to do like a persuasion to make it very clear that you think there's definitely no survivors, or it's like there's
I mean,
no?
I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just gonna tell you I don't see any people moving, and there are bodies on the ground. So you can take
So-
that as you like.
Okay, so we're moving towards Castle Ravenloft, and now there's I guess, a raid occurred nearby his castle.
Yeah, something.
I kinda wanna
happened
check it out.
where-
Supposedly.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would like
Like
to check it out.
I can talk to dead people. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, listen, but
Surmise.
this is like the timing is pretty clear here. This is he knew we were coming. He didn't make any efforts to disguise this, and just now that it burns up, he wants us to go there.
It very well
I
could
mean,
be an ambush. There's no question about that. But
it wouldn't be a good ambush if we know it's coming.
and you also have to consider
Wait,
that
you
once
two
you-
agree on something?
We agree on many things, Darius. Like, actually, I can't think of anything.
Yeah. So, is anybody heading towards the pool? Anybody heading to investigate this?
Yeah, sure, we should, but we should definitely like move as a
Careful.
group, right?
Yeah. As your whole group, or as just yourselves? In your wagon.
What,
right now,
what,
it's
what do
just
you
your
guys think? Like,
I would say just us if we were gonna go check it out. Leave
Yeah.
the rest of the NPC to kind of wait for us.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Say that right now they are back at the gate. Their understanding was that you guys would go and investigate this. They would wait here for you to return to go to Castle Ravenloft, because they don't think you're going to be very long.
Yeah.
Keep an eye
I
out
kind
for
of want to
anything.
just yell at them and go, "Charge!"
Oh jeez.
While we go down here, they're assaulting the castle.
Oh, no. That would be pretty fun. Yeah. So let's just say you to move it along. You guys relay the information. They decide to still stay back, and then you want to go further down. You're all together in your wagon, alert. You're going slow,
Yeah.
so you're all like looking around and everything because you're already on edge. You're suspicious.
Yeah, I'm on Mortem, so I'm just riding alongside.
Yeah. As you're moving down and along, down the pathway, it goes down an elevation, cross this bridge, and then as you cross the bridge, you then see from past the pool and across the way, much farther distance, there seems to be more smoke. Further down, further away.
Oh, like village?
Yeah, Barovia Village, in the direction of Barovia Village, correct.
Ah, damn it. We should have walked backwards as soon as we saw the smoke to see if this is just an illusion.
I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure everyone's fine.
I would see if it was an illusion.
Ah, that's a good point.
Correct. That's a good point. Combining your true sight with the magnifying glass is a convenient way of determining it is not an illusion.
Okay.
So there are people burning for sure. Really.
There are bodies at a burning camp, and then when you guys are coming around as you're going down, it's visible more smoke on the horizon in the direction of Barovia Village.
Hmm.
So there is another.
Do they have
And
any
this is
chocolate and
larger.
marshmallows?
Uh,
Graham crackers?
Graham cracker.
Probably you guys were actually give some interesting materials. Yes.
Well,
Um,
we already
You
connected this.
can make s'mores.
We might as
Are you gonna
well
be
get-
heading there?
Oh,
Lucy?
Listen, this is too far off the way. He's trying to split us up, right? That's it.
I mean, but don't you want to see if there are any survivors from this village? I thought that's
They
why
might
you
make
needed
good
this
s'mores.
camp.
I'll be honest with you, it's not a priority, but I know how you guys work, so...
If we're not going to protect the land, I mean, what's the point of fighting Strahd at all?
Yes,
I just want to...
yes, I'm sorry, of course, you're right.
Interesting. I like the practicality versus sentimentality going on. That's very good stuff.
Morality.
I like
please.
s'mores.
Nice.
That's as good a
Um,
reason as any to go to the fire. Yes.
Let's just say that you guys do continue on all the same. Rictavio said that he would be watching out for them, and everybody's on guard in general because of the militaristic sort of
Oh, yeah.
stance you're all taking. You're on alert. Everybody's on alert.
Mhm.
But anyway, oh, by the way, time of day right now it would be probably around 11 a.m. ish, late morning. And then you move on more, and let's get you to the Sarah Pool. Let's get you there, and then let me move you over to the other map.
Ooh, I might get to use my new cantrip.
Okay. Don't move yet. Play a song. All right. All right. So you arrive in the wagon that and you eventually come to the Serpool encampment where all the Vistani or not all, but many of the Vistani were taking up residence. Some like bandits, their families, and Madame Ava is the person of significance you met here.
Hmm.
As you come along down here, you see a body out in the roadway of a dead man, a dead bandit, like lying strewn across it, disemboweled and very, very dead. Then, as you like go further down the roadway, you then will see that the whole entire camp itself has been lit on fire. You can move now.
Jeez.
Yeah, and there's blood everywhere, blood and mud and blood. There's a lot everywhere. Everything's on fire. The whole place has been like a raid, like an attack.
Yeah.
On it, and they definitely were outclassed. There, you don't see any corpses of anything other than the bandits. So like all the clothing is consistent. There's nothing that like is an outlier. The people that are dead are there's the men of fighting age are dead, or rather all the bandit-looking guys are dead, and then the family members over on this side, which is where they took up residence.
Are they dead as well?
Yeah, everybody's dead.
I might not be an expert, but, well, actually, I suppose I am. They all look very dead.
Yes. Over here, there's some dead older women, like elderly women, older-ish women, and then dead infants. One dead infant.
Oh.
And yeah, there's people that tried to get away, like up here at the river. This one tried to run and maybe tried to swim, wanted to swim, but cut down. This one over here was trying to get away on a horse, but the horse has missing a front leg, and fell and crushed the guy, the rider that was on it.
Okay. What happened here? Who am I looking at?
I'm gonna try
Probably
to
either
see-
Cole or Michael. Or Lucian. Gotta split 2 ways.
Yeah, you got
Who's our Witcher?
Yeah, Lucian is right here. So yeah, we'll get to that in a second, Michael. As far as Lucian, when you head up this direction toward Madame Ava's tent, jeez, brain, and you see it's on fire like everything else, but strewn across the entranceway is a bandit lying on his stomach, and but unlike the others, his back is bare. It's like he has no shirt on, no clothing in his upper body, and something is carved into his back, like with a weapon of some kind. And you can see it as you go closer, Lucian, that it says, very specifically right, "She's mine now." That is what it reads, and it's definitely crude, like jagged edges, both from the person's penmanship and the nature of the message.
Yeah, it sounds like it was pretty painful if that guy was alive when it happened.
Given the rest of the wounds that you see in the person, or lack thereof, actually, this person probably was alive when this was done, and led to death.
Yep.
It was not great. In general, the viciousness of the assault is bare and obvious.
Girl, he's talking about the girl.
Now we'll go to Michael with Speak with the Dead.
I wanted to know my effect of control flames on this area, though.
Oh, sorry, I did not see that. So you wanted to probably put them out.
Is this like a blazing inferno dying down ember?
Unless it's magical
It's
fire, there's
dying
nothing
down.
really that could stop.
It's not magical fire. This is not magical. This was. These are wooden objects and other types of burnable things that were set ablaze by purposeful means. They are not magical. When you use control flames on them, you can start to extinguish them. They already are going out in some places, like where they started first. Like this did not happen like 5 minutes ago.
It would still take a while to put it out, I'm sure, but yeah.
Yeah. So this.
It's like 5 feet around or something. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you have. If you want to, you may spend some time. Like it would only take like a few minutes to put out all the fires by magical means.
Yeah,
I don't have any problem.
I'm gonna help out one. I got the same spell, so I'm gonna help him out.
Okay. That's no problem.
Snuff out all the flame.
Prestidigitation. I can stuff out very little flames.
Yes, that's true.
Isn't this a moot point considering what our goal was originally? Shouldn't we be looking for survivors instead of playing firefighters?
I mean, it doesn't look like feel free, but this doesn't look like there's any survivors to me. Just
Oh,
look
yeah.
at this. They were very
he's talking
thorough.
about the city, not the camp here. He's talking about the city.
Mhm.
Implying that he wants to head to Barovia Village. Okay.
Mm.
But
All right.
let me resolve everything. The fires, they all go out without issue. Some of them were already about to die down themselves. I think Cole has a very reasonable, well, both Cole and one. One, just of being a benevolent person. Cole, not wanting the fire to spread to the nearby forest.
This is assuming Michael would need some time to speak to.
Yeah, it does take a
That-
little bit of time, to say, to get it all going. But it does work.
Which one are you speaking to?
Well, I'll probably talk to the guy with the carving on his back.
Okay. Yeah, it did that. Whatever one you want, just let me know. It won't really matter, but
I mean, we haven't found the fortune teller lady, have we? So.
no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what
Lucian
she.
says,
Yeah.
Look at this guy's back.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
she's mine now is what
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, so
I'm sorry. Yeah,
probably
you're right.
referring to her. So yeah, just speak with Dead on the bandit with the message. Let me go with it again. So it's like brief, cryptic, repetitive, non-compulsive. No, don't need to be truthful. 5 questions. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Ask your question.
Well, I know what happened, but yeah, first one would be who did it.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to think of the cool answer. Wild men screaming. Horses. Unfamiliar.
I
Well, no,
say.
that's foreigners.
I say a little sadly, like, could be Bior. Sounds
Don't
like him.
hijack my spell.
I mean, I'm hearing this, but yes.
Yeah, if you want, you may. I don't have any problems with people being slightly antagonistic. If you want to like steal a question.
I did say could be Bior. I didn't ask a question, but yeah.
Okay. I'm just wondering if you wanted to do the
Yeah, Michael doesn't know who Bjor is.
true. He would
Well,
not.
he knows the victors of Valaki, right? So he knows that there was a Minotaur,
Yeah, the large cow
Yeah.
man.
and so he
Yeah.
knows that guy's not with him. I mean,
Yes.
past that, I don't.
Yeah, he would know rudimentary information that there was a guy another person that was with this party. He is not with them now. I don't know if ever you guys told him about that with any great detail. Like, yeah, he went specifically here, and whatever. I don't remember that ever happening, but whatever. All the same. So the answer he gave is wild, aggressive foreigners. Essentially, that's the sort of terminology he uses.
Barbarians of such or of sort.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna, I guess ask, was there a large cow man?
He just says beast, savage. I'm not trying to think of the right word. Wild, untamable. Those kind of words. I'm trying to think of a very specific word, but I can't remember. But yeah, but he essentially affirms what you're saying without being explicit.
Were there any survivors or prisoners?
Yeah, we can get that in a moment. The corpse, the dead says, she, taken, here for her, powerful. That's what he says. That's your third question.
Okay, I'm going to assume they went to, what is that, Barovia Village? Yeah, I don't know. What else I would need to ask? I think
The
I got
size of
everything I
the
need.
force.
Oh, yeah, because he'll give me a specific number. Yeah, how many?
Let's just say.
A lot.
Like,
Yeah,
dude,
it's-
so much?
It just says many, and it with a heavy emphasis.
Okay, well, looks like your friend was probably here. He had some friends with him.
Yep,
Took
that's outnumbered.
the
More than
lady.
the- Yeah.
I'm not sure who this lady is, but yeah, I guess he took her
Mm.
and probably went on to Barovia. Okay, so
Yeah,
we
one
know
more
there's
question.
many of them. We know, well, we have a good feeling that they went to Barovia Village, judging by the smoke. Yeah, I don't know what else.
Lucian kind of gives this "I told you so" sort of look to whoever it was that said when he was telling people before that he might be or might be a little evil now after his. But
Yeah.
believe him.
I
He just kinda,
think that was one and Cole. It was we were
Yeah.
both defending him.
yeah. Then yeah, Lucian looks at both of them and just kind of blankly stares at them.
And I see Lucian do this, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening.
So yeah, you can willfully not ask it the question if you don't want to. If you want to resolve it, you can.
I'll just put my hand on its face and go, "Begone!" and then slam it into the ground.
Sure. Spell resolves, the spirit fades away, presence fades. One, you do find footprints consistent with yours feet. and
Hoof prints,
remember-
even.
Hoof prints, yes.
Bipedal hoof prints.
I'm like, oh, God damn it, Bior. How could you do this? Like, rhetorically speaking. I turn to I
so
basically
I
turn to
don't-
Cole and say, "Do you have nothing to say about this, Cole?"
Yeah, what is Cole's response to this?
Correct. I have nothing to say. My task is clear.
Ah, interesting.
Your task is
very-
clear. Your best friend just murdered all these people. You can't tell me that that you're fine with this.
I'm
You
just,
trying to be best friend, but for
You established
I
your
just
best
kinda-
friends.
It's kind of like shrug my shoulders. And I'm like I mean, I turn towards Michael and I'm just like, death is a part of life.
nice.
that it is.
Ride or die.
Everybody's becoming the Punisher. All
You
right.
see that as I respond to one, that my attitude is slightly changed in relation to, I guess, human life, really.
Mm.
And my focus is kind of not what it used to be anymore.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I see the dead bodies. We found evidence that Bior has probably caused this,
Mm.
but it doesn't really seem to affect Cole any. Like his attitude or his demeanor hasn't changed to sad or like revenge or fear.
Mhm.
It makes sense that all of you have hardened significantly over time, and you all have your respective reasons for wanting to continue with the mission you have. Like definitely, but I would understand one having the most emotional response. Sure,
Lucian
most
looks
other
at
people.
Cole and asks, "So, you know what must be done now if we were to find him? Seeing all this carnage and stuff."
I'm sure you have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah,
There's no telling if he's under the control of Strahd's magic, but we do need to find
Correct.
out what happened.
it could be. It could be.
Lucian face palms. Says, "Okay." Okay.
Yeah, and just to be emphasized, there are visible many horse prints, and everything leads in this direction, like this
Mhm.
eastwardly direction.
But the question is, where do you go from here? Back to Castle Ravenloft?
Give me a second.
or-
And I start dragging corpses into a pile.
All right. Let's say that happens. We could do a tiny bit of retcon, and we could say that happens
Mhm.
as you guys extinguish more fires. Like we could do a combination of time,
Sure.
and eventually, let's say 10 minutes. And it would take for one person. It would take more than 10 minutes, but all the same, you eventually get all the bodies together.
Yep, and then just sacred flame on the bodies, so this hellfire envelops the corpses, and they just start burning.
Yep. They
So
only
we don't want them to come back.
Yeah, and they're not going to. It lights up easily. One of the bodies, the one here where the campfire was already very well burned, but now it's immolated to the point of, maybe it become dust at this point if it burns long enough. But yeah, you do all that. If all the fires are out in the camp, you got evidence of a attack from Dior's berserkers, and they are in an eastwardly direction.
I basically address the rest of them and say, it looks as though you don't really care that much about what happened to Bior, so I'm guessing we're going back to the castle?
I don't even know the
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
There's no point in going back to a village full of bodies and go stop the cause at the source.
Right, because I'm sure he's going to stop at Barovia
That's-
while we're busy in the castle. That's a good loose end.
I would.
I'm sure it'll be.
Yeah. Well, I can understand. It does make sense, and I can see an argument for wanting to go back to your other allies. You also, I think it would be, none of you are so cold or evil that I think you would just say, oh yeah, fuck, we're over, let them all die.
No.
I don't think you would go that far. I would put up a protest to that claim.
So we probably.
Yeah, I will voice my concern that strategically we've evacuated most of Valaki to where it's very defenseless. So while our forces are at the castle and we're doing our thing at the castle, if this Bior wants to, he can just walk into Valaki and be, koosh.
And they
Yes,
would
that is a
welcome him
really
with
reasonable
open arms.
And then have them lopped off.
Yeah.
No,
If he wanted to, you're right. He could totally go in there and exploit their hospitality.
yeah, because he was there for a lot of the.
What did I miss, guys?
Yeah, they regard him as a hero. That their
Yeah.
opinion of him is positive, or at least positively neutral. There's no negative. Maybe the guard. That guard. Dead. Never mind.
Steve
that
will
guard's dead.
save the town against
Yeah,
Bior,
yeah,
the big
yeah,
boss
Steve-
fight we miss.
Yeah, Steve is dead, unfortunately. But yes.
Wait,
Steve did not like-
sorry guys, I was AFK for a bunch. Wait, Bior is responsible?
Yeah, he killed
Yep,
everybody.
that's what we're able to surmise.
Yeah, they were able to determine that Bior's berserkers were responsible for this attack on the camp, and that they took Madame Eva, and that they are going, and they were last seen or known heading in the direction eastward.
Yeah,
They
we're
headed
just
toward Barovia
pillaging
Village.
the